I saw this clip on Ashley Dalton, and this woman is supposed to be engaged, but yet she's still acting like a single woman. It's kind of weird, but I'm just gonna go ahead and play it, and let's go.
So no, don't do me like I'm just a. No, I love Kendra and I love Ashley. Ashley and Kendra, I love both y'all. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And my people know that. Like everybody I'm around know that. And don't think that I'm just a person. Oh, I just no. I just really wanting Ashley just because I. Hold on, you got a fiance. Why you showing us the watch? I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying they got me messed up.
Notice Ashley just said, "You have a fiance. Why are you advertising yourself?" Notice that Ashley said that. Let's continue.
This is not that, baby. This is my real skin. I can put some like makeup on. I really look like a doll. Do you hear me? I look like a China doll. So don't play with me like that. That's what I'm saying. No.
The encouragement that you have for young women who feel discouraged, because right now there's a lot of propaganda about, oh, you're a single mom and you have kids and this, that, and the other. How dare you have any standards of society accepting to a woman learning from
Lord,
her
not
past,
this
turning
crap.
her back on bad decisions and wanting better for herself? Like, what's your advice for those women?
The issue is not y'all, not the single moms having standards. Every person is supposed to have standards. The problem that the men are having is that the single moms want single want single six-figure men to clean up their mess. That is the problem. Let's continue.
That deal with that men, those type of men, because there's a lot of it, especially with the Kevin Samuels thing going on.
Hello. Hi, Ashley.
Hello.
Please. Hey, Ashley.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Do you?
And again, shout out to Ashley Dalton, ladies and gentlemen.
Consent to be on a live and potentially on platform?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, what brings you up tonight?
So I just had to ask Ashley. So I just had a little engagement and everything.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Notice she said, "I just had a little engagement and everything." Woman, if you're engaged, why are you downplaying it? An engagement is something you're supposed to be enjoying, joyful, this, that, and the third. How are you an engaged woman and downplaying your engagement? It's weird.
But it's just, family issues get in the way a little bit. So that's really all it is. It's just the family. But I understand what's going on. It's not like I don't understand. So,
But like let's say mom and dad, or is it like external family? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then, so that's how it was.
So, in other words, you're engaged to the guy and the family don't like you. Gee, I wonder why the family don't like you. Let's continue.
At first. It was dealing with the dad or the mom or the sister, brother, cousin. Let's just say that.
Oh God.
And it was just dealing with somebody like that, and then it was just so sad because somebody real close passed in the family later on. But we had stopped talking to each other, when before the person passed on the family. Then I had a little one that passed in my family. But it was just like, it was just so much going on. That's still my man. That's still my man.
Okay. Your fiance. Yes. Your fiance.
Yes, my fiance.
Sister, girl, I forgot. Oh, Queen.
Really?
Do you remember? Look at the ring.
I did.
Really? let's continue.
Dude, I do. I swear all the time. I remember it. I remember it all the time.
Okay. So what's your question tonight?
So when it comes to family, I do understand. I mean, I don't have a big family, but he have a big family. He have a big Florida family. And I love him. At the end of the day, I love him. And I had went on Kendra G show way like 2-3 years ago or whatever, you know, to find a loved one. And
Notice Ashley does not care if you mention Kendra G. But the thing is, if you go on Kendra G's show and mention somebody else, Kendra, in her insecure mind, would have an issue with it. Just saying.
and I ended up finding him, you know, through life or whatever. And I actually love him. So it's just crazy. So I just really want somebody that's wise. And I have a lot of wise women around me too. But you know how sometimes when you have somebody that love you and care about you, you don't really think that they really, you know, they just want something that, you know, okay, say if you ugly. I'm a pretty girl. I love myself. So say if you ugly or you don't really look the best, and your mother, father, cousin, brother, sister, they're gonna tell you you're a pretty girl. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. But it's just like, you know, the fakeness. I need somebody to tell me.
You think people are telling you that you're pretty, but they don't mean it? And
Oh, no.
okay, so wait. Okay, Queen, we gotta get to the bottom of it. Okay, I gotta get real New York on you. What's the question, Queen?
Okay, the question is, okay, so basically, am I doing too much by, you know, I basically wanted not him to myself. That was way before the people passed in his life and, you know, all the situations happened. I kind of wanted him to myself. I don't have any kids, so, you know, he only had one kid, and I was, you know, supporting him and his kids.
Woman, for you to say you want this man to yourself, whether you like it or not, the baby mama and that child, unfortunately, the child most definitely is going to come before you. Can you accept that?
Situation, stuff like
What do
that.
you mean supporting him and his kid? What do you mean by that?
Basically, if, you know, I was cool with the baby mother and the, you know, the child. I was talking to them. He always had their money.
If you want to be with that man, you ain't got no choice but to be cool with the baby mama. What's we talking about here?
You know, gifts. He always had everything himself.
Okay.
I didn't have to support like that, but it was still supporting this. Like,
Not only do you gotta be cool with the baby mama, you gotta be cool with the child too. If you want to be with this man in the long term.
you know,
Okay, yes, you got a long.
if the baby mother haven't, like, if the baby haven't talked to him, like, you know, the baby mother, like, oh, you know, we haven't heard from him, you know, or something like that, even though it's been a day or two. It's just the child haven't heard from him. The child is young. She's only like 7. So, you know, she's young still. She don't know people number by heart, you know, all of that. So, if the baby mother have a problem, she's gonna reach out to me too.
Okay.
She's gonna reach out to his family members and him as well.
Okay, so it's good. Y'all have a good co-parenting relationship. Okay,
Yes.
so that's positive. So everything's going positive, Queen. I don't hear anything negative. I don't think there really is an issue. So what? Unless you don't want to say it on live, maybe that's what it is.
Well, no, it's really not a real issue. It's just, am I doing too much by trying to not take him, not away from his family, but just, you know, trying to love him as much
But
as
you're not taking him away. That's your husband now. I'm sure they're all married and in love, and they have.
What is you talking
Yeah.
about?
See what their spouse is.
Mm-hmm.
What you talking about?
That's it.
No, I'm sure Christmas, the cookout,
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Birthdays.
Christmas, cookout, Thanksgiving, everything was
yeah,
good.
birthdays.
Yes. And I'm sorry for y'all, Ashley, baby. I'm sorry for y'all. The comments like, girl, what is your question? What you saying? But I still love you, Ashley. So I'm just gonna go and go. But I love you, girl, and you're awesome. I've been watching you since I've been watching Kendra. Like I've been watching both y'all off and on or whatever. You're so positive. You're wonderful. Both y'all are awesome. But I'm just saying about you because I'm on your platform right now. But you're awesome. You're wonderful, and I love you.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting us both. You know, that's what it's all about. Yes.
Yes, black girl power. At the end of the day, I'm a good girl.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, love.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Thank you for coming up, Queen.
Hey, Ashley. Okay, so
Something happened.
I know I was just on here, but the comments was getting me, right?
Why would the comments
Oh
getting you?
Lord.
Nah, the comments won't get me like that. No, let me get me.
Ma'am, this is the internet. People have opinions. Some of them gonna be positive, some of them gonna be negative. That's just how it is. The end.
Like that. But you know how people just be talking. Like, baby,
But that's social media, Queen. It comes with the it comes with the territory.
Thank you,
know, when
Ashley.
you come out
Talk
there,
to her.
People are gonna say things good or bad.
Talk to her, Ashley.
That is so true. That is so true.
Yeah.
But I have my own home, own car, everything, baby, y'all. I don't know what y'all have going on, but y'all can't do this. Now, y'all did say that y'all love my voice. I appreciate that. Y'all love my accent, all that. I appreciate that. But the other comments, actually, I ain't gonna lie. They was just like, oh, hurry up. You ain't have a question. This and third. Baby, I was just happy to really have Ashley on the scene with me. Like, that's just that's an honor right there. You know what I'm saying? And then someone said, I was trying out Kendra. Okay, I said what I was doing with Kendra, and I won't be a no fake ass person saying, coming on your platform and not acting like I didn't go on Kendra already. I already did that, done that. So that's what I'm saying. I wasn't shouting at her like, oh, what? No,
It's fine what you do. I don't think
Kendra do her own thing. She's blessed with her own platform, and she's great with what she do. And actually, I done seen you, baby.
Thought I
I
had
seen
some
you
on my
grow
lip.
your own platform out of, with Elena, I forgot her name. Aaliyah.
Yes.
Yes, I remember all them times right there. You know what I'm saying? That's in the beginning. So no, don't do me like I'm just No, I love Kendra and I love Ashley. Ashley and Kendra, I love both y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my people know that. Like everybody I'm around know that. And don't think that I'm just a person. Oh, I just, no, I just really wanted Ashley just because I love you.
Hold on, Gabby. You got a Beyonce. Why you showing us the watch?
I'm just saying, they got me messed up. This is not
Why?
that, baby. This is my real skin. I can put some like makeup on. I really look like a doll. Do you hear me? I look like a China doll. So don't play with me like that. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Basically, she just came back just to pop her shit.
They were just saying I was talking too much and I ain't get to the question, all that stuff. And they just got me messed up. That's all I had to say. Like, but I love you, Ashley. It wasn't nothing against nothing else, nobody else, nothing.
No.
I came on here to ask you really like a basic question, but it was just also just to be in your presence too. Also, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, Queenie. Thank you for coming up. I didn't take any offense to anything that you said. Just so you know. All right?
Yes, thank you, Ashley.
Alrighty. Have a blessed night, beauty.
You too. Talk to you later.
And just so you guys know, like when you come up on public platforms, people are gonna say good things, bad things, things in the middle, So just ignore them. Ignore the chats, okay? Ignore the chats. No drama over here. All positivity. Thank you, Oliver.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, welcome in. Do you consent to be on the live officially on platform?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have a 2-year-old. She's trying to get in, but I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Hi, Ashley. I'm a really big fan of yours. Thank you for, welcoming me into your life.
Absolutely.
My only question, I know you said one question, and I know you also say a lot of time that don't look at the comments when you come up. You know, like, let's focus on the dialogue. Let's have a good conversation. Let's get into some things. So the thing that I want to get into, I'm from Las Vegas, born and raised. I am 28 years old. And really, my main question is, do you see anything on social media or in real life that other people, single mothers, I should say, because I'm a single mom myself. I was in a 8-year relationship with both of my my children's dad. So they have the same dad. And I wanted to know if you had any advice for women who are single mothers and they're trying to step back into the dating world.
I know you are a single mom, but you don't always need to acknowledge that you are when you're going out to date, you know? Men don't acknowledge it, so I don't think, women should. So I think you just need to get...
I got pause right here. What Ashley was saying is right. You don't have to acknowledge when you're meeting a man that you're a single mom, but only like if you're like 2 or 3 days in, then you should acknowledge it, like around like the second or third date. But the first date, only thing that man's trying to do is get to know you, and that's pretty much it. But if you're trying somewhat to get serious and you're a single mom, you have no choice but to bring that up. Just saying.
yourself together, work on who you are, and put yourself back out there.
I like that advice. I think that personally, a lot of people me personally, I'll just speak on me. When I first got back into the dating world or decided that I wasn't going to spend any more time, I should say, with my children's father, I realized I had to know my worth, and my children, my history, my dating history, and the things that I did when I was younger and unexperienced doesn't define me. And not only did I want to ask for your advice, I wanted to encourage any other ladies who are also, single mothers. Like you said, you do not have to accept that as your identity. I don't make that my identity. It's easier to relate to other
But a lot of y'all do.
women when they go through what you go through, or maybe something similar. So I appreciate you saying you don't have to acknowledge that, and it's not you're hiding your children, because I did see that a lot too. On TikTok, people were saying like, "Oh, I don't mention." I think Shira said, "I don't mention having kids," and it's not.
Why in the world are you quoting Share 7? Whether y'all women like it or not, women like Share 7 is the reason why y'all stay single.
It's a lie. If they ask you if you have kids, then I guess if you're comfortable, you can share that. But you don't have to make that your personality, because I do feel like a lot of men will look at you and say like, "Oh, she's a single mom. She has 2 kids. Let me offer her less." And in my experience.
And here's something else that you need to accept as well. Most men want to build their own families. They don't want to be quote unquote step dummies. And the single moms need to accept that. Most men do not want to be step dummies.
Just because I've had bad experiences, I won't let that tell me that I'm not worth what I feel that I deserve.
That's fair. So it sounds like you know, and you kind of have an idea, and you don't kind of lean into it when you go out. So that's good.
Yeah, and I guess if I'm allowed to, can I ask any encouragement that you have for young women who feel discouraged? Because right now there's a lot of propaganda about, "Oh, you're a single mom and you have kids and this, that, and the other. How dare you have any?"
Here's the thing. Some of y'all women that listen to Shira 7 confuse truth with propaganda. The truth is not propaganda. Propaganda is BS that Shira 7 is teaching y'all, and that's propaganda. Truth is what KS was trying to teach y'all, but y'all demonified them. And 3 years later, the man has been dead and buried, and still proving women like Cynthia G, has been proving women like Princella Clark wrong, and has been proving other women, sisterhood-minded women wrong. And if y'all were smart, y'all would align yourself with what Kevin Samuels was trying to teach y'all. Just saying. Let's continue.
And you have kids and this, that, and the other. How dare you have any standards? Once you feel that you've healed, why is it that you don't, the society, I should say, isn't accepting to a woman learning from her past and turning her back on bad decisions and wanting better for herself? What's your advice for those women that deal with those type of men? Because there's a lot of it, especially with the Kevin Samuels thing going on.
Yeah, but if you consume that content on a daily, then that will become your reality. I'm not saying a lot of the stuff that some men will say isn't true. I'm not going to say that. But if you consume it, then you're going to live in a bubble. You're going to stay home. You're going to believe I'm never going to find someone. No one's ever going to love me. I'm never going to find anyone. You're just going to lock yourself away.
I agree. I personally, I stopped subscribing to, and it wasn't, the For You page will kind of like throw little things out at you and see if you'll listen to it. So I'll listen to see what they're talking about, and then when I get the idea that it's like a mom bashing or whatever it is, something that's not productive to your confidence, your self-esteem, I will get off of that. Like, I'll hit not interested quickly. Like, I'm not gonna listen to that.
Right. My question too always is to the ladies and to the guys. What is your life like in real life? So when you're not on social media,
Thank
men
you.
approaching you, that's my question to you. Is the reality of your situation different from what they're saying online? That's how I like everyone to look at it. Forget what people say. They'll call you this. They can say anything about you. But when you leave your house, what is the reality?
To answer your question, yes, men do, approach me. And I think when they hear my standards for myself, it's, I don't have a ridiculous expectation for people that's unrealistic for even myself. I give grace to everyone because I'm a human too. We all have, we're all humans. However, yes, they do. But I do think that once they learn that, especially this is more common with men without kids. And me personally, I'm not a fan of dating men without kids, just because I just don't think that, number one, I don't want to have any more kids. Okay, so I know that about myself, and I don't want to set a false expectation or leave room for someone to get into something that they think that they're going to get something that they're not. But yes, my reality is different from online, and so that's why I also said I wanted to encourage a lot of other single women, because we're in this chat and we're listening and we're having these conversations, and sometimes it looks different for us. So I just wanted to hear from your perspective, what you advise. So I really appreciate that.
Yes, you're welcome. And again, like you said, your real life is not what they're saying about or talking about online. So just lean into that,
Thank you. I appreciate that. And anyone else that's in the comments that can relate, or maybe not, just have an open mind. I thank you, Ashley, for having an open mind and having an open platform for ladies. Like they're saying, she needs to vent. We all do sometimes, but this really isn't about venting. It's just I wanted to hear from another woman that's wise, about a different array of topics. So this is just one of them. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Ashley, for have a great night.
Good night. Bye-bye. Not saying that things on the internet aren't necessarily true, but a good way to gauge that, prove people wrong, is just to live your life. What is your real life like? What is it? How is it like when you go out into the real world? It's like she was talking about a man, so I'm going to talk about men, because she was talking specifically about dating. So as a mom, because she said she was a mom, when you go out, this goes for anyone watching, or any of the ladies here, when you go out, when you walk into the store, the department store, the luxury store, you go for dinner, whatever it is, wherever it is you're going, what is your experience? Are people approaching you? Do people want to get to know you? Are people asking for dates? Are people stopping in the middle of traffic, jumping out cars to come and try to talk to you? What is the experience like? That's it. Forget what the internet is saying. Forget what you commenting under people post. Oh no, this ain't true. This ain't true. This is true. What is your real life like?
That's it.